Combat Night is a promotion. It's amazing. These are the toughest guys regionally. These are the toughest guys in the state of Florida, and they're all matched up together. So when you got top 25 guys fighting with each other, it's magic. Mitch Kamali, he's a promoter and he's a pro fighter. You don't get that combo ever. When you have a pro fighter running a promotion, it's nothing but love for the fighters. So that's why so many fighters gravitate to this, because it's ran the right way.
Fat boy, come on. You know we had to do a podcast, right?
What's your name, fat buddy?
Of course, you're looking food. What the hell?
I'm not fat. I'm big boned.
I'm gonna eat it.
You owe me for one jelly donut!
Fat motherfucker.
Listen to it. My wife said no one's gonna listen to us.
I've got bigger titties than you do!
Bullshit, because nobody fucking had geese back at that point for a bigger guy.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I might be somebody's shot of whiskey.
You can't think about, hey, I need to lose 100 pounds, but think about winning that day.
Fucking, I want a cheeseburger and a milkshake. Yo, what's up, Fatleets, and welcome to episode 53 of the podcast. You know, 3 weeks into the new year, how are you guys doing on your resolutions, on your goals? I know for many years when I had my New Year's resolution to quit smoking, typically by this point, I had already probably smoked a pack or two of cigarettes, and just went about my merry way, right? And just had this thought of like, all right, well, I already gave in, so fuck it. We'll just wait till next year, right? Or we'll try this again later. Or, you know, when you set aside and say you're going to do this workout routine, or whether it be a race or a competition, anything, and you rely on, you know, on a partner to help you get ready. So I found for me, that's good and bad. And it actually, now it's way better than it used to be. I used to have the worst. I would blame my accountability buddy all the time. And, you know, it'd be a race to see, man, who to quit. Who's going to quit first? And as long as you're not the one to quit first, but you kind of want to quit, like I said, I've honestly had times before in the past where, you know, I'd been hitting the gym with my cousin or somebody else, and it was getting too hard, and I was just like, man, if this person just stopped 1 or 2 days, and then that way I can also stop. So when I say that I used to really wish that they would stop going to the gym so that I could, I mean, that's 100%. That used to be who I was. And to even think about that, like, man, I guess I want to say I'm a little ashamed of it, but it's just like, yeah, it is what it is. I'm really not. It's just who I was. And, man, the craziest change is that I'm kind of like no longer that person. I'm kind of not, I mean, legit no longer that person. To whereas, and you know, there may be stumbling, there may be so speaking of stumbling, Friday, let's go, so I bring up this topic, and not just because I'm doing the triathlon training, and I'm actually doing I feel like I'm doing very well, but we'll talk about Friday. Friday I had a ride, and what it was a warm up, 55 minutes at 90 to 95 RPMs, and then 20 minutes at like 80. But I didn't realize it was a ×2. So it was just that set again. And part of I did very poor planning, and I wasn't prepared to be on the bike for so long. Friday, we tend to leave work early. Fridays are 3 o'clock days. So I was like, oh, well, Friday I'm going to go park at the gym. They'll give me at least an hour and a half, 2 hours before open mat that I can go get in a good hour and a half ride, come back, shower real quick, and be ready for open mat. Well, that kind of partially went my way. Like I said, I didn't realize that I missed out on 77 minutes of a bike ride, right? So I kind of made it up today, or I feel like I did. But Friday, I'm passing the gym, and I parked, went about 12 miles out, returned, passed it, and I was about 3 miles beyond the gym, went pop, blew out my front tire, and legit just a white belt, and that white belt at changing these damn tires, because once you get into I just don't like working on the bikes. I really don't. I'd rather ride them. So luckily I knew I was by my professor's house. I gave him a call, and he was actually out with the kids at a practice, and so he had his wife come pick me up. She took me to jiu-jitsu. I was able to get a nice quick shower and stuff right before open mat, and I gotta say it was a pretty nice, a good 16-mile ride before jiu-jitsu's not a bad warm-up. It was actually, I was tired though. So I think days like that are going to happen where not your full thing, I guess, happens. And you just got to overcome those. The accountability buddy not showing up to the gym, and then that giving you a pass, it kind of has to bother you. You can't let that no longer let that, oh, you know what, well, if Hoosie Watts is not going to the gym, I'm not going either. And really, don't count on somebody else for your motivation. You got to do, and it's not even motivation. It's you just have to be disciplined, and as knowing that no matter what thing, you are going to do what you set out to do that day. It's just, you setting that intention for the day. I mentioned in the last podcast that I wanted to go back to doing the burpees, because that, that helped me back in the day. And to be honest, I haven't gone back to them yet. I'm liking rowing and doing the triathlon training a lot to add burpees into it. Oh, I am doing this 90-day challenge with somebody, doing air squats and a bunch of other calisthenic workout. I'm trying to do pull-ups as well. And it's great to to kind of push somebody and want to like change together. But this journey is solo as hell. You're not gonna, you may irk some people in the path. I'm reminded of when I had a coworker that had baked a cake, right? And they were all, they felt they were a great baker, and everybody was having a slice of their cake, and I told them, nah, not gonna have their cake. Oh, you have to. Yeah, no, I really don't have to, and I'm not going to. And it eventually kind of offended them that I wasn't grabbing a piece of the cake, but don't worry about offending somebody because of what you're trying to do. And yeah, I wasn't gonna eat cake in that aspect, right? I'm not gonna eat cake just to make make you happy with yourself when that's not gonna align with my goals. So, man, that comes with everything, with little parties, with get-togethers, even if it's a freaking a work lunch. Man, if it's not gonna get you closer to your goals, you definitely have to kind of push yourself away and kind of, turn the other cheek, right? Like, you gotta commit to yourself, commit to what your goal was. Remember what you're trying to set out and accomplish. That being said, it's also, if you did stumble, if you have fallen off the wagon, it's the third week of the beginning of the third week of January, or the end of the third week of January. Let's I stopped a week ago. I stopped going, hey, turn that shit around, get back on the horse. There's no point of beating yourself up or continuing down a downward spiral because you stumbled. So what? You stumbled, tripped, dust your shit off. Let's go. Keep on going. The sooner you realize that you're on a path that's putting you away from your goals, and you say, okay, well, let me see if I can course correct. And fix my bearings towards my goal. Yeah, it's not I write down on this paper, my goal is to blah, and then there's nothing else, there's no errors there, I do nothing, it can happen, if you just work at it. But let me tell you, most of the time you're going to stumble, it's not going to be easy. It's never going to be easy, right? But it is simple. You got a plan, you got to follow. The plan is simple. Life is going to happen to you, and is going to try to stop you from doing absolutely everything that you want to accomplish. And your one job is to say, nope, I'm okay. I can continue and continue. That is how somebody who was, sitting at close to 400 pounds, who at one point drank 18 Dr. Peppers a day. I got my water value every day via Dr. Pepper. I would go to sleep. I didn't care what I ate. Or my roommates, like late night snack, and I was heading to McDonald's, and I would buy 2 double cheeseburgers, a McChicken, and a large McDonald's sweet tea. Now, I would down all that. I was about a pack and a half a day smoker. It's little changes that you do. Eventually, you will change your life. You can change your life. It's up to you. Nobody's going to do it for you. It ain't fucking easy, but it is simple. Fat Boy out.
Thank you for listening to the Fat Boy Podcast. Have a nice day.